Hello, I'm here in Liverpool on this busy Thursday afternoon, though not as busy as it has been, but still busy. Right, where do we go from here? Right, where do we go from here, Joe? Well, I'll keep bringing this message to the good people of Liverpool that our city is undergoing cultural change, and it's a change that isn't going to be in our city's interests. Trust me, it's not. Now, you don't need Joe Owens to say, well, if you don't believe me, go and have a look in and around, say Kensington and Fairfield. You're seeing it all around the city, so you know that it's happening. You know it's not Joe Owens making this up. You're all aware that it's happening. And so therefore, why would you put faith in those that are responsible for it in the first place, and those that give it its full support? Labour may not be in power at the moment, but all the councillors and MPs are all in favour of cultural change, right? So, like I say, why would you put faith in those who are responsible for this mess in the first place, and those who actively support it, regardless what political party they belong to, right? They actively support it. I'll give you an example. I'll leave the clip again at the end, my favourite. My local MP for West Derby, Ian Byrne, refugees welcome, obsessive. He's another one. He believes refugees welcome. Now, he supports what's actually happening to our city. Whether or not it's the Tories implementing it, Liverpool City Council being paid to implement it, I don't know. Either way, it doesn't matter, right? Ian Byrne supports it. So do the three councillors for Kensington and Fairfield, Liam Robinson, Wendy Salmon, Liz Parsons. They all support further cultural change to that once proud working class Scouse community, Kensington and Fairfield, as well as the rest of the city. So where do we go from here, Joe? I understand why people still put their trust, their faith in the established parties in the absence of any credible alternative. I understand that. And people say to me, well, you're a bit of a rough diamond, Joe, aren't you? You know, come on, bit of a checkered past. Why would anyone put faith in you? And that may be true to an extent. However, when the so-called decent, respectable people stand up and come forward, then Joe Owens will take a back seat and I'll leave the job for them to do. But they can't do it because they've got too much to lose. Joe Owens hasn't got anything to lose. Plus, I don't care. No one's telling me what to do. I will keep my pride, dignity and self-respect. You can keep your money, you can keep your status. I don't want it. So that's the problem with people that are in a situation in life, employment or whatever, status, whatever field they're in, academia or whatever, that what comes with standing up and saying what I'm saying, there's a price it comes with being ostracised, losing your job, and as I say, being cancelled, as the word you use these days, being cancelled. So where do we go from here? Well, like I've said, Joe Owens will keep bringing you this message on a regular basis. I'll keep reporting on the cultural change our wonderful city is undergoing. And remember this, all the other towns and cities that underwent extreme cultural change, let's say London as an example, Birmingham, whatever, some of the Lancashire towns and whatever, they at one time were like Liverpool and weren't facing any cultural change. But the cultural change crept in, and it changed those parts of Britain as we now see them, London, Birmingham, whatever. So it's not something that is imagined and may not happen. It's real and present, and has happened to these other towns and cities, and will happen to our lovely city, Liverpool, if we allow it, right? We have to stand up and be vocal. We have to vote in elections. But at the moment, as I've said, in the absence of any credible alternative, they're still putting the faith, the trust in those that are basically responsible for it and those who are actively supporting it. I understand, but change will come. Trust me, because as I've said, if it doesn't, then we go the same as Birmingham, London, all the Lancashire towns, Yorkshire town, many other places that have underwent cultural change are no longer part of Britain in the true sense of the word, right? Like London, there's no Cockney sparrows fly over London anymore, you know. And as I said before, I'll say again, I've got to close now, I've got to be somewhere else. The small black Chinese and Hindu communities here, they fitted in as Scousers because they were only small in number. There isn't a problem, they're Scousers, right? Small amounts of new arrivals coming into Liverpool could have quite easily have done the same in small numbers, fitted in, adopted our ways and become Scousers, but that is not what has happened, and that's not what's going to happen, right? We know what's going to happen, so come on, all get behind Joe Owen, spread the word, spread the message, and let's just be positive, because we've got to, otherwise the alternative isn't there thinking about. We can't even, it's not even an option losing our city. It's not even an option of it becoming a London, a Birmingham, or a Oldham, or a Blackburn, or a Burnley, or a Huddersfield, a Keighley, or Rotherham. It's not an option, right? We have to keep our city Scouse, and that's for all Scouse, black, whites, whatever. Okay, thank you.
What do you think about the narrative at the moment to people crossing the channel? How do you think that we should be tackling the small boats crisis?
I'm quite simple, refugees welcome.